What's up, guys? We're back again with another video. Today is gonna be the Andariels Sever Hit 90 run, bro. I'm talking about this specifically because some guy in my YouTube comment said that like he didn't think I could do it, whatever, like that. Deleted the comment, whatever. He also said that you know I ran pits too slow about 8, 9 days ago. So I wanted to show demonstration of what Andariels Sever can actually do. It's actually geared properly, okay? When I mean geared properly, I mean I'm talking about like that you can bloom on the amulets, talking about all these 2-star GA weapon not weapons, but 2-star GA boots, and just everything GA'd, almost everything as much as you can get. The only thing I can say honestly that would be better is that that you would want to probably get like, let's say, preferably a 2-star GA int bloom amulet, and then add on either amplify or coalescence blood, right? That's the best thing I can tell you to do for this build. um Besides that, this build literally shares the same thing with the affliction. Art of the Lotus, it's the affliction version of it. You can switch it to Rathamus Vigor if you want overpower damage with the Andariel Severed Speed. Pretty much this is literally just a build for fun. It's if you like going super fast, zoom. This is pretty much just what it can clear. I think it's honestly can clear up to hit 98 to hit 100 if you really max out everything. Right now, if I switch to Rathmus Vigor, I'm sure I could probably clear a pit 100 with this build, only because I have at least 3,000 overpower damage. I switch my sacrifices and they'll put me to 5,000 overpower damage, and then just keep slapping away at the boss, and boom, everything's gonna die super quick because we're using Ahu Zan this time instead of Igni Zan. We're using Ahu Zan to destroy crowds super quickly. Zanron is really making quick work of everything, while the Onrun is keeping up the 15% multiplicative damage on everything, right? Then we have the core, the occult overpowered by 15, another 15% multiplicative. We have the hexes and auras do 2.5 per one. We got about honestly we got like about one hex, two auras, right? And then we're using the primary resources. Now, honestly, this build has a lot of. I would say this build is really strong on int. So like you're literally 3,000 plus and like consistent. And then with ads, you're looking at about honestly approximately 3,500 to 4,000. I was maxing up to 4,000 int. That's just because I had a big pool, and the primary resource core for the witch powers. Um, this build is, again, it's very comfortable, and the reason why I say it's very comfortable is because when you're in a group, right, and everybody using the IR edition, right, only one person can use IR edition, right? While the Andariels, this is the cool thing. Andariels, you don't share that with anybody. You do just it's a self buff. So that's if you see 2 or 3 other people in your group and you're online, you're doing multiplayer, just switch it to Andariels. Switch it to something else because you don't want to use on our perdition, and you might be boosting somebody else's stuff, but you're not gonna have the stats at all. It's a good piece of gear. Trust me, I love the IR perdition. I think everybody does, but you want to also make it like not 100% better, like just making an optional slot, even though it is boosting our damage. Like the most I was able to get with this non-overpower was about 1.2 bill, and that's a lot of damage. But I think you can probably go even higher than that. But it's a lot of number crunching. It's super specific. I'm really intrigued about how fast this was going though. I really did a lot of homework. I really switched a lot of stuff like that. My gear is really specific. Pretty much everything is my 100% attack speed. I think right here too. So like everything is dying super fast. Um, Now for the lucky hit procs, you're relying on a Ring of Starless Skies for that because you're hitting fast, but you don't have a lucky hit from the Ire edition. That's about it, honestly. Personally, I don't like Ahu Zan. I would rather choose Igni Zan because that's guaranteed every 5 to 7 seconds, I would assume. I can't remember. I think it was like up to 7 seconds that you would just attack and then boom, you get the initial Zan. While Lit Zan is almost the same thing, right? But you can move with Igni Zan. You can't move with Lit Zan, so you have to be stationary for 7 seconds. As for the other one, Ahu Om, you could switch it out. Ahu Om is consistent damage. The only reason why we're not using Quacks again is because our essence is not consistent. It's not consistent recovery. We're using Greater Feast on our gloves as well, so this is just not consistent. So that's the only reason why we're not using Quacks. You can use Quacks, you're gonna get hella damage, but I prefer Om for overall damage consistently. Um, So this was literally a 6 minute pit run. The pit run lasted 6 minutes. It was very quick. Show you Andariels, shroud, my gloves, my legs. Greaves are empty to 100% sever. My weapon is pretty much finality with critical damage on it. So straight critical damage. Gloom, int, and amulet with max life. Then we got attack speed, and then we got Ring of Starlit Skies. Then I'll show you my stats. My literally my critical damage and my overpower damage is equal, 2,700. Okay, and then we have 1,000 vulnerable damage. Vulnerable and critical damage go hand in hand. And then you see critical damage 61% multiplicative. We're trying to boost that up as much as we can. We got 14 points in finality, 4 in terror, 7 in gloom, 4 in coalescence blood, and then showing you that you can switch it out from affliction to Rathmus Vigor. Now, I'm not sure if the Shroud of False Death is boosting affliction damage right now or Rathmus Vigor. Somebody in the comments tell me that because I know they were doing the same thing for something for like Warrior. I'm not sure if it's actually because it says you see auto contribution 1, so I'm not sure if it's adding another point into that. What it looks like is adding another point into that. Let me know in the comment section if you will, because I'm not 100% sure. And I thought there was a weird interaction with that, and I haven't seen that before. So I was just double checking it right here. Like, what the heck? Um, then we're gonna go into my paragons. We got the control node again, frailty. Got sacrificial. Got blood begets blood. We got exploit on top of that for vulnerable damage. We got Bloodbath with Amplify, some more overpower damage. We got Wither Node, and we got the Essence for the critical damage. So we're trying to get about to 300% critical damage down there. Alright, then, I'm just showing you all my stuff like that. Showing you that you can switch it out to the Ire Perdition. Literally, the build is literally, you can just switch it out from the Ire Perdition to Andariels. Super quick. You're gonna be doing 3 times as much damage. You're gonna be smacking for 2 billions and everything like that. Simple build. This is the normal build that I use. I also have a build, a variation where I switch out my weapon. So I would switch out my weapon and then I would add days on my boots. Switch out my weapon to a Sever weapon with critical damage, so it does even more critical damage just to even out. And it works okay, but the finality is really good. If you can get finality, if you can get the alt 24/7, then you don't need that. But you just can switch it out. It's just me showing that it depends on how you feel. Now I appreciate everybody watching this. I think I show eventually, but Subo is the partner, as you can see, because you're using a critical damage multiplier by 25% multiplicative. My witch power is right there, and yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming through, and y'all have a good one.